allow me to introduce to you the panelist of today. That's Jordan Jacob Odompini, who is here with us. Okay. I said now ladies last, not gentlemen last. Today, ladies last, not first. As you can see even there, we have a beautiful face amidst the gents. Horace, he holds a bachelor's degree in business administration and management, specialized in accounting and finance. The man is here. Without wasting much of our time, allow me to take you to the next item on the agenda, which is now I'm done with the introduction of the panelists. Now we are going to the introduction of candidates by the speaking voice. Mr. Ddumba Kamya Emmanuel, that's candidate number 1. Please. Emmanuel Ddumba Kamya, come 7 minutes, present your manifesto, and I will invite the second.
The panelists, His Excellency Mohomuza Kenneth, the Union President, the Union Council and the executives present, the Dean of Students, and the students' body, a good afternoon once again. My name is Ddumba Emmanuel Kamya. In 1 minute, because they have given us 7 minutes, I'm going to first introduce myself. I am Ddumba Emmanuel Kamya, a student of Business Administration and Management, Year 2. I'm a member of an organization called Agnes Zavali Boys and Girls Club. It's an NGO, and I currently work as the treasurer. I am a former Electoral Commission chairperson. I am the vice president of the Uganda Matters Tax Society, and I've had a few other positions, but in interest of time, I won't mention. I am a poet, a writer, and a narrator. I am vying for the position of Genuine Chairperson 2025-2026, and I have a theme that goes unity in diversity. In unity in diversity, I mean we all have differences, but when we bring together those differences, we can get the perfect skills in the students. So, supporting them. For instance, we are having journalism class, but I don't think they have the equipment that they do need. But it is not that expensive to our in year 1, and they start doing the hands-on project. They have the cameras. They are the ones to cover the university functions. They go with the university teams wherever they go to cover these functions. They are improving on their skills. They are developing their talents. As are doing this, but we have more of the in-class work. But I believe we can do more hands-on projects to support these students, and they can be groomed out as people of substance. Social and education clubs. So and so has done this and this. But if at all we empower these social clubs, and they have the ability to sustain themselves beyond the leaders who started. Many of our friends are missing exams because of missing 200,000, missing 500,000. At least let us have the 70% here, and we can be allowed to sit for exams, because I cannot access my results after my 3 years without paying the university. So at least when I go on not piling those exams, I can be able at least to pay the fees as I am out of the university. So we can work together towards achieving the 70% policy of school fees. Another thing is the students' welfare. We have limited welfare towards all the students, but I'm looking forward to us having all students having a better welfare, the council, the executives, the coordinators, the class reps, among others. In this, I not only mean the allowances, but also other support, like the mobility, like the organization of public lectures. It is under the Students' Guild that we should organize these public lectures, not only faculties, but it is under the Secretary of Education that we have these lectures organized. We should work with them and organize them. To end,
and where we have not always agreed. Our university is a vibrant institution filled with talented and ambitious, hardworking students who deserve student leadership that not only listens but also acts decisively to create meaningful change. Leadership is not about personal gain, but about structuring an environment apparatus where every student feel empowered, supported, heard. It is about building a union that prioritizes its progress, entrepreneurial growth, self-reliancy, and strategic progress in its activities, ensuring that the student body thrives at large. Now, that is where my primary role will be to rely on the students' voices and relay them where they're supposed to be relayed for action to be taken. This is key because every leader, this is the most primary role of every leader. The union aspires to create that welfare of every student. And one thing that I want to preach basing on that fact is that I will always stand with the students to have their aspirations achieved. Thirdly, we have other initiatives that we look at to have. These include the Health Week, the Retreat, external modes, and other national forums and competitions, as these boost the vibrancy of our university. We all evidence the public notion that this is called Nkozi University, but why we have not subscribed to national forums and competitions. If we aim higher and go out to the nation, then I think we can brand ourselves as those who came before us intended. The next item, the VC always quotes, especially you can witness if you attended the graduation, that UMU needs to produce entrepreneurial students. And it's on that fact that I base my aspiration that through entrepreneurship exhibitions, entrepreneurship competitions at both practical and theoretical levels, gazettation of a dedicated place
that listens, that acts, and that delivers. My journey has been shaped by service, determination, and commitment to making this university a better place. Now, this election is not just about choosing a leader. It's about choosing and defining the future we want. Together, as a students' body, the administration, the alumni, and the community, we can build a university where every student's voice matters, where opportunities are accessible, and we are united to progress. A self-sufficient students' union. To the system. And also, away from that, I'm a co-founder and also the vice president of Gava Club, and I'm so glad and happy that all my candidates, my fellow candidates, are part of that club. Yes. Also, I'd like to bring to your knowledge that I was the first person to award Mr. and Miss UMU with accolades. I came in my year one, and Mr. and Miss UMU was just a name. And I introduced accolades and certificates, which gives them a life after campus. Yes, we have academics, but we always have one question. What will I be tomorrow? What will define my legacy? What defines you as a student, even outside university? Is it just the transcript or some other things? Now, talking about a self-sufficient students' union, my vision is to create a dynamic, self-sufficient students' union with comprehensive student involvement, opportunities for growth, and the development in academics, social life, mentorship, and entrepreneurship. And my mission is to harness the resources of the faculties, integrate students into productive activities, interactive and development-driven initiatives that promote innovation, skills acquisition, and a stronger community. I have an 8-point agenda. For the interest of time, I'll just summarize. The first is involvement, accountability, and transparency. The second is student body independence. Third is student influence welfare. Fourth, innovation and technology integration, community engagement, strengthening the student's brand, wellness and student inclusivity, and financial independence and sustainability. But now you may all wonder, how do we achieve a 5-year manifesto in just 2 semesters? There are 2 questions, there are 2 answers to that. One is to work with small segments
that everyone can apply and we screen in order to remove the bias that I appointed people of my own tribe, for example. Thank you so much.
Yes, give the mic
To answer that question, first of all, the Constitution clearly states how these secretariats have to be nominated, but for the previous regime I've been here, I've not seen that being carried out, because it says a panel of 10 members have to first vet them before they are taken to the council. So at least I will first of all follow the procedure of what the Constitution says. Then during decision making, since I'm not the sole person running the union government, I will make sure that every decision having to be made is being attended to by all members of the executives and the council, so that we make sure that we don't have sectarianism and tribalism as it's being said. Thank you.
Decision making in leadership is not, in the best leadership, decision making is not as per individual. How do we fight tribalism and decision making? This happens because, like you mentioned, the Constitution has a well-laid, structured way of finding different executives. Now, turning to unity, a self-sufficient students' union, all cultures, all faculties, all hubs work together, and in this sense, students are always accountable to what is being presented. Now, in this sense, tribalism is solved and figured out in a way that when you have a government, for example, you've selected 10 people, you recommend, you don't decide, you recommend to them shall not be distributed. Thank you very much.
Be in front of us. And I want to remind you that leadership is not a privilege. Leadership is a sacrifice. If you're not willing to sacrifice, you're not going to become a good leader. There are so many hurdles you'll deal with as you're executing your mandate as leaders. Coming back to the theme, you've talked about your manifestos. I want to ask each one of you, what is that ideal good that you would like to see? And how are you going to use your leadership as the union president to contribute to the achievement of that?
Community, alumni. The caring part comes in when students are a priority, when the community is engaged, and when everyone feels comfortable in the space. And that comes about when all resources are in space. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Well answered. You can give.
My vision for an ideal and caring community, a community that is united but not divided, a community that rejoices in progress, a community where students do not have the same challenges year in, year out. That's really embarrassing, and it is one thing that I would love to see an improvement on always. Thank you so much.
Uganda Matters University is a school producing excellent field and patriotic members of our country, a unified campus listening to students' grievances and attending to them, a student-supported university, whereby these students are helped by the university, not only by teaching them, but also supporting them in their financial distress and also helping them developing their careers. Thank you.
Thank you.